Hello, so you may have seen my attempts to show my male and fem cells dancing together. And this is something that was done kind of the traditional way with green screen, actually not genuine green screen these days because we can take the background out of pretty much anything pretty easily. And just shooting, firstly Clive and then secondly Anya. Performing a dance and then bringing together through the magic of video editing, the old-fashioned way, just merging the two images together. So no AI, at least in the first iteration of what I put together in a little video diary. There was an attempt at AI in a second version just to really see what that produced. And yeah, that was kind of more for fun. But of course, in the acted out roles, I actually was dancing. So the key question was perhaps that I might ask myself, and possibly it might be of curiosity if you're watching this video, did I have a sense of dancing with my other self when I was doing that? And I have to say the truth is, sadly, no. Perhaps I was very focused on just trying to dance normally as best I could in whatever role I was playing. I wasn't really thinking, even though with a little bit of direction occasionally there was, imagine you are dancing with someone else or you are talking or communicating with someone else. I didn't have that sense. And I think it's the way, perhaps sadly, that things are for me at the moment, that Anya and Clive are kind of separate individuals. They have separate lives, really, and they express themselves differently. They may be aware of the other, but they are not really in a dance. And I think if I was going to get all serious on this, which I will probably do in another video at some point, I will be talking about integration of masculine and feminine and the idea of being in a dance, a bit like the yin and the yang, and complementing, ultimately integrating, becoming more whole, if I can use language you'd find in spiritual teaching. But as for now, they are kind of separate. They are the black and the white, the night and the daylight, if you like, contrasts, not really working together. So it's actually part of my own journey to understand that and see if they can become more familiar with each other and, as it were, the personalities within, the energies within, dance together more consciously and ultimately perhaps to come ever closer. That would seem to me to be quite a fruitful path to take if you are like me on a spiritual journey. But as for this little exercise, I don't think, if I'm honest, it really took me any closer to that kind of understanding. Bit of a shame. We have to try these things, we have to experiment. And were I to repeat this perhaps in, who knows, a few months or a year or so, maybe I would feel differently. But this time round, no, it was two separate people, even though it's rather fun to see them come together for the sake of the video. And as it happens, I'm actually recording this particular video blog on the equinox, the spring equinox, which struck me as the day, of course, where the light and the dark of day and night are in equal portions. So I was kind of wondering a little bit, reflecting on the masculine and the feminine, two polarities, sometimes describe themselves as being a bit like black and white or darkness and light, being in kind of perfect balance, and whether I can actually find that within myself.